Iris Molina claims she was hired to bartend at a private party, but was suddenly replaced. Arnold and Eliana Bailey say Ms. Molina sent flirtatious texts, so they hired someone else. The co-defendants are countersuing for $205.
Good day, everyone. This is the case of Molina versus Bailey. Ms. Molina, you are suing Mr. and Ms. Bailey for $800. You say the defendants are responsible for you losing wages. Is that correct?
Yes.
The defendants, you are countersuing for $205. You say the plaintiff was unprofessional and stole your supplies. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, I'll start with you, plaintiff. What happened? You were going to do work with them?
Yes, Your Honor.
What kind of work?
So I'm a server and occasionally I do freelance bartending. And so I met Mr. Bailey at my serving job and a while back, he asked me to do some bartending for him for a few of his parties that he has. I've done about 2 of those parties and everything went fine. And then a year ago, he asked me to do another party. I got my shift covered at work and I created an entire menu for him. And then the day of, everything's normal. I go to his house, pick up his credit card. Then I go to the store and I purchase all the ingredients for all the drinks that I'll be making that night. And I have evidence, Your Honor.
I'd like to see that.
Yes. Thank you.
And so you're hired to do a bartending job or a party. What kind of party was this, Mr. Bailey?
Every once in a while, throughout the year, I throw a few parties, and it's just a mixer gathering type of networking event.
All right. And so you did hire Ms. Molina to be a bartender?
Yes, I did.
Was that the first time?
It was the 3rd time.
All right. So these are the receipts you sent up. Like you said, you text him, here's the receipt, and then you respond back, hey, bad news. Looks like we're canceling tonight's party due to a family emergency. What happened? You canceled?
I did cancel. Yeah. We decided not to go with her service for the 3rd.
Family emergency. You canceled the party or decided not to go with her service?
Decided not to go with her service.
But you put in here that you canceled the party due to a family emergency. And you said, oh, no, I'm sorry. You say, yeah, it's okay. You can drop off my credit card and the supplies you got sometime tomorrow. Sorry again.
Yeah, that was what my wife and I decided to tell her because we had a little bit of a family emergency argument.
Oh,
We had a big argument.
Yeah.
That's what the family emergency was.
so what was the argument about that would prevent her from bartending the party?
Well, the family emergency was that not only her first party did she flirt with my husband and was all over him, the second time we hired her.
This opening already sets the tone. You can feel the tension rising the moment Mrs. Bailey describes the flirting and the lipstick on the glass. Judge Lauren Lake immediately zeroes in on the inconsistencies, especially the family emergency that wasn't one at all. It's clear this conflict isn't just about a gig. It's about trust, boundaries, and respect inside a marriage.
She was still flirting with him, winking at him, blowing him kisses, and then took his drink and put lipstick, like a kiss, right on the glass.
Oh,
So I don't even know who does that,
wait a
but
minute.
she did.
And so how was she even in the running for the third party?
Well, that's when I saw the text. My husband had the phone on the island in our kitchen, and I said, oh, no, that's not happening. Absolutely not. She will not be the bartender, and I want to show you the evidence. The text message has a red heart emoji and a kiss emoji. You do not do that if you're a professional. So for me, this was the nail.
Here's the receipt, heart with a kiss. Yeah, I see that.
Okay, you don't do that to a married man.
No, you don't.
That is not
Why would you put
professional.
a heart and an emoji, a little kiss emoji, Ms. Molina, on a married man's receipt or anybody you're doing business with and going to bartend? What is that about?
I mean, that's how I text everyone. I use emojis all the time. And
But you got a lot of options. Why a heart and a kiss for a married man?
it was an inside joke.
It is not an inside joke.
Inside where?
No. No, it was a joke that night. I mean, when I was bartending.
When you were flirting?
I mean, that's what bartenders do. That's why he hired me.
No, you are there to mix drinks and be professional and be kind and hopefully have a bubbly personality, but not flirt with my husband or the husband's of my friends who attend the.
Oh, she was flirting with them too?
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't be doing that if people didn't tip me well. I'm there to, like,
All right, so hold on. Did you think your husband was perhaps having an affair with Miss Molina?
Well, there was a chord that was struck, in my being, and I didn't like it. Another woman texting your man with a heart emoji and a kiss emoji, that's a huge red flag for me.
Coming up.
I knock on the door, he answers, loud music, and behind him is a bartender serving drinks.
All right, so you see the party still going on and you're not the bartender.
And later.
He took me to his favorite restaurant in downtown Seattle, and everything was going great. That's when I decided to invite him to my hotel room.
Oh.
And that is when...
Okay, all right.
That heart and kiss emoji moment really shifts the energy in the courtroom. Mrs. Bailey's reaction feels raw and protective, while Judge Lauren Lake presses hard on the professional boundaries Ms. Molina crossed. Whether it was intentional or just careless, it's undeniable that emojis changed the entire course of this job.
So you get this message and you think party's off.
Yes.
And then how do you find out? Did you ever find out they still had the party, or you just felt like they still owed you?
No, I did find out. So since I took the entire day off of work that day, I thought I would just drop it off then. I ran a few errands after I got the text, and then I go to their house, and there's so many cars everywhere.
Oh, you go that day?
Yes, I go
Because
that
you were
day.
just going to go do what?
Well, that day,
Take the card back.
yes.
Okay.
And so I drive up on the street and so many cars everywhere. So I have to park a street over. So I didn't bring the supplies with me, but I did bring his card. I knock on the door. He answers, loud music, and behind him is a bartender serving drinks.
All right, so you see the party still going on and you're not the bartender.
Yes.
So then what do you say? What happens?
Well, I was pretty hurt and probably said a few not nice things. And then I just wanted to go home. So I gave him his card and I drove away, forgetting that I had the supplies in the car.
How much were you contracted? What was your fee that night to bartend?
$800 plus tips.
800 plus the tips. Okay. And did you guys have an agreement for that? Like, is that in these text messages here?
It is.
Hi, how's it going? Oh, we're going to hire you next Saturday, 20 to 30 people, $800 for the night, whatever tips. Oh, fun. I'd love to. Okay, so there's clearly an offer and an acceptance. So you had a deal.
Mhm.
And so you canceling that day, did you decide, wow, this is really late to cancel? She may not have a chance to get another job. Did you think about that?
I did. I tried to look out for everybody involved, but out of love and respect for my wife, I had to follow her instructions and just cancel.
Seeing the canceled party still happening is devastating, especially after taking the day off and prepping supplies. This is where the emotional stakes hit their peak. Judge Lauren Lake recognizes exactly how unfair that moment was, and you can feel the viewers siding with Ms. Molina in that hallway confrontation.
All right. So you guys just thought that was okay to just hire her for something. She accepts. She's ready. You even give her your credit card. She even goes and buys the liquor on your credit card. But then just cancel that day.
Yeah, I didn't say that I thought it was right, but I have compensated her before, and, I was
Were
going
you able to get any other jobs that night, Ms. Molina, at that late notice?
No, I was not.
All right. So tell me about your countersuit. Why are you countersuing her for $205?
I was honestly going to let it go. I didn't even know why we're here. But since I found out that she's going to bring me to court, I want my $205 back because she intentionally left with the supplies that I bought her to bartend for my party, kept it, and now wants $800 from me for a gig that she never did.
Well, she didn't do it because you lied and said you all were having a family emergency. That's why she didn't do it. She was fully prepared to exercise her part of the bargain. Bottom line is this. You hired her. You can't cancel the day of without compensating her for the day. You all have lived enough life to know that. If this was your daughter, if this was your son, there would be no way you'd go for this. With regards to the liquor, where's the liquor now, Miss Molina? Did you use it on another job or you still have it sitting somewhere?
It's been over a year, so I definitely used it on another job.
Alrighty. So when he gave you his card to purchase things for his party, you do not have the right then to take control over those things and use them at your disposal, at your will. Okay. I can understand that you were saying, well, he owed me $800. So I need to like keep this liquor until he gives me my money, which he never did. Okay. So at the end of the day, you do owe him for the liquor, but you owe her for the day's work. Mr. and Ms. Bailey, I don't know what's going on in the relationship, really not my business and not of issue here in the court, but I will say this. Situations like this where young women are texting your husband with hearts and kissy faces, right? Now, luckily I can see in the text message, he didn't respond back with any of that. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But be careful who you hire and have in your home, right? And Ms. Molina, if you're going to be a young woman and run a business and do freelance work, you're going to have to operate with a level of decorum that doesn't make your clients uncomfortable. Because truth be told, I don't blame them for not using you at the party. I don't blame Ms. Bailey for not wanting you to come. But under the law, they hired you. You did have a contract. You did have an agreement. You were prepared.
Judge Lauren Lake's reasoning here is sharp. She acknowledges the discomfort Mrs. Bailey felt, but also reinforces the legal truth. A deal is a deal. Her breakdown of responsibility, wages on one side, liquor on the other, shows how fairness works when emotions collide with contracts.
And they could have just had a talk to you to let you know this will be your last gig. Do it well. And don't ever text my husband again with no heart or no emoji. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes a conversation is easier than court. I wish you all the very best, but in this instance, the plaintiff is entitled to collect on her day's work. However, I'm also going to award the defendant the $205 on the countersuit. So, judgment for the plaintiff for $595. Court is adjourned.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The co-defendants owe $595.
Any final thoughts for each other? Be careful who you hire.
Terrible wife, terrible life.
All right, you've had your day in court. Please follow me. Ladies first.
Lulu Martinez claims a one-night stand took her designer boots to get them cleaned, then ghosted her. John Santiago says he left the boots at a repair shop after he partied too hard and got sick on them.
This is the case of Martinez versus Santiago. Ms. Martinez, you are suing Mr. Santiago for $587. You say the defendant stole your designer boots and owes you the cost of a new pair. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. The defendant, you say that you took the boots with the plaintiff's permission. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Let's start from the beginning. Why did he have your boots? What kind of boots were they?
Your Honor, we met via a dating app, and
Oh, we've gone to a date. Okay. I thought you had gone to the shoe shop.
I think
Okay,
it's important how we met. I live in LA, he lives in Seattle, and I was visiting Seattle on a business trip. We agreed to go on a date. He took me to his favorite restaurant in downtown Seattle, and everything was going great. That's when I decided to invite him to my hotel room.
Oh.
And that is
First
when
day. All right. Go ahead.
I think things were going well, and we'd been talking for future plans. So it made sense to me to invite him over. And that's when he saw my pair of boots.
All right.
We had connected over our love for fashion. He was very drunk
Right.
and threw up on my boots.
Ew. So, Mr. Santiago, you had partied a little too hard,
Yes.
got back to the hotel room.
We kept having drinks at the hotel, champagne, and the boots were cool, and I kind of ended up throwing up on the boots.
You couldn't hold it in and you vomited on.
Yeah.
Now we enter a totally different kind of chaos. A first date, a hotel room, and then vomit on designer boots. The dynamic flips instantly from romantic to disastrous. Judge Lauren Lake's reactions make this entire section even more surreal. Because the moment he took those boots, he took on responsibility he clearly wasn't ready for.
So what happens from there, Mr. Santiago?
Well, we ended up knocking boots, because,
Oh, wait a minute. I thought, wait, not after you vomited, right?
well, I cleaned up, went to the bathroom.
What did you do with the boots?
Well, I told her, she was furious and acting crazy. So I told her I was going to get it repaired, have everything back to normal, and bring it back to her.
And that you would pay for that.
Yes.
And so you said that was okay, Ms. Martinez.
I agreed to it.
So please tell me what happens at this point. You allowed him to take your boots.
Yes, he took them the following morning.
Where do you take the boots, Mr. Santiago?
Well, I had a friend of mine with a shop who repairs shoes. So I brought him over there to get them repaired. And they ended up taking a little too long. So that's why she ended up doing what she did.
So
Some
wait,
banging boots.
how long did they take?
About a month.
So now, Ms. Martinez, if it's a guy you're dating and something happens with the boots, and how is it that you feel like he owes you $587 because it took 30 days to fix them?
Because he knew that I had a business meeting, an important business meeting, and these were the only shoes I brought to this business trip. I only had flip-flops. That was my only option. He knew I had one more day there, so I waited all day long for him to reach back with my shoes. He said he could get them done on that same day.
Oh, so when he took the boots, he said, don't worry, I'm going to get them done on the same day, and I'll have these boots back to you in time for your meeting.
Exactly.
Did you say that, Mr. Santiago?
Yes. Yeah. I told her I could have it done right away and bring it back to her by the meeting. But
Did you know that, or did you think that? Did you believe that, or did you hope that?
This clip really exposes the heart of the issue. Broken promises. Saying the boots would be repaired same day created an expectation he never communicated about again. Ghosting someone while you're still holding their property? Judge Lauren Lake sees right through the excuses.
I assumed.
Okay.
I assumed.
Even worse than all the above. So, Ms. Martinez, you now have this meeting and you say to yourself, look, I can't go in there with flip-flops. I got to buy another pair.
Exactly. I panicked and I felt like I was being gaslit because I waited all day for him to reach back to me. There was no...
Did he ever just call you back and say, hey,
No.
it's not going to be today?
No, he never did that.
You ghosted her on the shoes, Mr. Santiago?
No, I ghosted her on the premises that it was just hooking up. I mean, I wasn't trying to date her.
But you had the boots. Oh, you got the boots and had the boots. It's a problem.
Well,
We need to know where you are.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
If you said you would get them repaired in a day and that day had gone by, you didn't have the decency to call or text her to say, hey, listen, it's not going to be today. Is there anything I can do? I'm really, really sorry.
I didn't really want to deal with her. She's kind of crazy. There's a lot of red flags. I deleted my messages, deleted my number.
You the one that came up to the hotel room and threw up. You never, Mr. Santiago, after admitting in open court that you did say it would just take a day, ever informed her that it wasn't going to take a day. For that reason, judgment for the plaintiff for $587. Court is adjourned.
Share your thoughts on both cases in the comments. For more courtroom insights and clear breakdowns of real disputes, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the next episode.